Good afternoon, Brian with Grand Roofing. A little different video here today. So typically I try to share what I know with you guys, whether it's whatever roofing related. I need your guys' help today. Sorry, it's cold. I can't pronounce my words very cleanly and clearly. I need your guys' help if you're in the roofing business, roofing industry. Maybe you might be able to help identify this shingle line. Well, it's an IKO brand shingle. Homeowner contacted me. I've been trying to work out a time to meet him up here to look at this from wind damage. He does not like the IKO brand. I've never seen this shingle though, so that's what I want to get your guys' opinion on, as well as iron chips in the granules. I'm going to show you that too. Alright, so here's the shingles. He's had some wind damage. He's been fighting this ever since a few years after his roof was installed when the home was built. So these darker shingles are a repair that he's done. Here's some extras I'm going to try to just kind of temporarily patch that we've had some damage from just recently, because they're going to call for some more, or they are calling for rain coming up this week. But what I wanted to show in the video is typically most of my inspections when it comes to issues is a bad quality install from the get-go. Nails too far up, too far in, blown through, whatever the case. So we're going to look at nail count and position. So it's fairly close to the end over here. You know, you don't want it right at the end, but you don't want it far in. So that's good. 2, 3, 4, and the fifth is just pinned up under there. They are all at that line. So if you look up under the bottom backside, you can see it is hitting the common bond. There, right here, common bond. They're all hitting the common bond. So here I am originally speaking with a guy I think it's going to be a quality of install issue. Boy, I was wrong. It looks more like a crap shingle. I've never seen this shingle. So you got a factory edge over here. You've got the classic IKO vertical straight sawtooth. Some are like all the way to the bottom of the laminate, whereas others are short. And I think it's intentional. It's not just bad quality. It's just the way it was cut. And it continues out. The seal strip itself is pitiful. There's not much of it. I don't think there's even enough gripping it to have an actual mat transfer. I'm gonna go ahead and just pull this one out. It's in bad shape. So again, there's areas where it doesn't look like it was ever even sealed. There's some here, which is probably on the inverse side now. The shingle it was on is gone, but it would be what's sticking to the actual granule side. There's just not much. Usually it's stuck to the point where it's going to hold down, and if you do have wind damage, it'll usually, break away the granules off of the fiberglass mat that's been doped into, causing a mat transfer. If you look around, right here in this gable end, right out here, let's just look, and you see some that are not stuck down. Some are still stuck, others are not stuck. Let's see, so if you look right here, it's actually been tugging on these for so long that the nail that was here, and they're so brittle, they're so oxidized and old and brittle. Let's see, there appears to be the nail right there. Yes, right there, but it's broke through. It's probably because these have never been sealed down or enough seal strip to ever activate seal down, and they've been tugging on the nails and the fasteners this entire time. He said when he was out here in the wind, he could see a lot of this roof just flapping in the wind. Just do some random, see, they're not stuck down at all. They're laying here, and if they weren't so rigid, there's another indication it's shiner, it's low, not good. Nevertheless, it does indicate that they're pretty close to their nail zone they need to be. So yeah, I don't want to bore you with the repetitiveness of the fact that they're just laying up here. So new roof, a few years after, they've just been tugging in the wind like this. Have you ever seen this particular line of shingle, which by the way, maybe this will help you guys. Here's one of the replacement shingles he's got, the pattern of it. And I don't know, I've never seen this kind of date code from a PX. So I don't know if this was the original bundle from original install about 10 years ago, or if this was replacement bundle. Not sure if that helps. If you could, give me a hand in identifying what this is, what line it is. The other thing is this, right here. Let me try to pull in closer on here. I've never seen the amount of iron oxide, rusting, resemblance, it'll focus, on the roof like this, scattered about everywhere. It's not just the one. If you look, I don't know how well the camera's gonna pick it up and show it, but there's little pieces. I saw one, it was Pretty crazy, because if you push on that, I don't know if I'll be able to do it to this one. My finger can't get into it. It actually crushed like it was a rusted out metal flake. So have they ever put like little iron flakes or metal flakes like in the manufacturing process and coated them in the ceramic coating to give them the color and all that, where maybe there's a little hairline fracture in the coating? I don't know. I don't know so much the manufacturing process per se when it comes to how the granules are made, but I have been to the factories and seen how the shingles are put together. But it really resembles like iron oxide, or iron oxide is the rust. It's oxidized iron, and it looks like scattered about everywhere. There's these little spots that originates from a particular granule. So I'm kind of wondering, what were they putting in this as a filler back then? You can see some more. Actually, this one here, there's a pit. Come on, focus. If it'll focus on this one. See that right in the center, there's a pit that's actually missing. It looks like that's probably what had started the rusty spot, and it just finally broke away. Never seen that in a shingle manufacturing process before. That's another good indication of it. There, here, it's everywhere on this roof, and you don't notice it until you get up here, and it's not really like bam, sticking out like a sore thumb, but they're all over. There's another one where the center granules popped out. Please let me know. Comment down below if you have seen this style shingle or this issue with the rust spots up on the roof. I got a theory behind this. There's an airplane dropping out little oh, chemtrails. There we go. That explains it. Chemtrails. I hear a lot about that. No, seriously, I've not seen this kind of stuff in the roof, so please let me know what your thoughts are below in the comments. If you've seen it, if you have any insight on what it might be, and the line of shingle this is. Oh, this too. I want to show you this. 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like 4 tar strips holding the laminate part to the shim or the wedge. Over the years, I've heard of most shingle manufacturers having 2. Some brag about 3. Of course, you got the one that should be between the common bond of the 2 pieces. But the other thing I've noticed, these are super brittle, especially because of the amount of these seal strips. Trying to do a repair on this, it's almost impossible. They're just snapping. You can't get into one to actually put the nail on without popping it or breaking it. Part of that might be due to the temperature it's outside right now, but that's pretty fragile. Let's just do another random spot check. I see something out here. Oh, that's not good. Nail in the keyway too close. Look at this. Completely loose, completely loose. I'm not tugging on these very hard at all. I'm just getting my finger up under them. It's everywhere. This whole thing. If it wasn't for the thick rigidity or the rigidness of this shingle, this would be a disaster. I don't know if this is a different run or a repair. It's very possible it's a repair. I'm gonna have to ask the homeowner. The reason being is if you look at these under here in the bottom part, it's more of a gray color. Whereas if you look up at this like 2 square section right here, they're all black. Very consistent. Kind of wondering if they had some wind damage on this side and a repair at some point coming down to about this region right here. It's the only spot on the house I see that at. Two, three, four nails. Here's one of the other ones that blew out. When you see nails in the headlap like this, it typically indicates that the nails are in the zone they need to be, or needed to be, to catch the common bond. So each one, well, that one's a little on the edge of it. It missed it, but it's still in the zone. These are hitting it. That one's a little close. And that is this little zone here where you need to nail, where their shingle is going to seal down over it and cover it, but yet pin this part down as well, because on a hot summer day, if you have a bit of a pitchy roof, the seal strips and everything, the sealer, those lines under this part, will heat up and soften up, and this will actually slide right out if it's a steeper pitch roof. So like a mansard face or something, or even like a 8-12, 10-12, 12-12. The steeper the pitch, the more gravity is affecting it, the more they'll slide out. So it's really important to hit those common bonds. And the few shingles that I've seen up here and the few that were loose enough to peek under, the nails look like they're in the right area. It's just a really bad quality shingle. IKO, Tamco, and kind of starting to really dislike JF too. Mainly because you're a bully. You guys and your warranties are kind of a joke. I've kind of quit putting GF roofs on for people, mainly because when I put a GF roof on and I get that high dollar warranty, and by the way, I have never signed an install master, elite, whatever, because typically when a contractor does that, they own you and you can't talk about it, and if they do, they'll try to get you and put lawyers all over you, and they're a big multi-billion-dollar company, so yeah, I would lose that battle. That's why I will never, going forward, in the life that I will be owning this company, will ever sign an exclusive master whatever program for any manufacturer out there, because I don't want them to own me in the sense that if I talk bad, they're going to squash me or shut me down or scare me and use their scare tactics. So if you wonder why, me at least, I mean, why would a contractor do that or not do it? That's a better example. What is somebody's motive for not doing it? There's no fee that I know of. I mean, yeah, you got to put their sticker, their logo on the truck and be all proud about it and maybe get better sales, but guess what? When it's a crap shingle and they're putting more fillers in it and just not caring about the quality, it's more about the bottom end dollar and the profit margin, I want to be able to speak about that. So back to GAF. Sales rep comes out to my house. Hey, Brian, you've got like, I don't know, 50-year limited lifetime warranty. You got plenty of time. You might only be year 4 into this, year 5 into this. Just, he literally said, kick the can down the road. Get a brand new roof at like year 48, 49, whatever. You got to ask yourself why. What is his motive and reasoning for that? I mean, that's why I bought the warranty. I'm unhappy with it. I'm a roofing contractor. I have nasty splotchy color in it. Why are you not wanting to take care of it? Anyway, pet peeve of mine with some manufacturers out there. So back to this, IKO. And also, there was a comment that just came in actually this morning, I think, sometime. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was like, I had respect for you until I saw IKO. Yeah, go back. It was an old video, 3 years old or so. So, not afraid to tell you. Anyway, give me a hand and let me know if you know what this line is. Also, what the iron splotchiness comes from. It's iron, it's rusting. Why is it in a roof? The rain comes down constantly. Anyway, I gotta get here. We're going long. Appreciate it if you could let me know. Give me a hand. Do what I do to help you. If you could help me in this case, I'd greatly appreciate it. Give it a thumbs up, and until next time, be safe, and we'll see you then.